In this video, we will show you step by step how to animate this cute Pixar-style cat that was generated using AI. So as usual, we are going to start by showing you the video, and then we'll show you how it was put together. Let's watch the video. Now we'll show you how the magic happens. Oh, and by the way, all of the images and sound used in this tutorial, as well as the Create Studio animation file, can be found at the URL in the description of this video. So as you can see here, our cute cat is actually made up of 5 separate parts: the body, the tail, and 3 heads each with a different expression. The only part that does not move is the body. All the other pieces will be animated and used for facial expressions and sounds. First, we'll start by importing all the cat parts we need, including the meow sound and the full cat, so we can size and position everything properly. We bring in the full image of the cat and put that at the bottom of the layers so we can position and resize the different parts correctly. Then we bring in the different parts based on their position from back to front. We select the 3 heads and size them down to the approximate size of the cat image and do the same thing with the tail. The body is already the correct size. Now we fine-tune the size of the tail and heads to match the full image. We only do approximate resizing and positioning for now because we will be fine-tuning them shortly. As we mentioned earlier, we like to layer the heads in the order that they will be used. The next step is to prepare the parts that will be animated. We start with the tail. We need to adjust the anchor point so the cat's tail will pivot at the base. Hiding the body temporarily makes it easier to adjust the tail's anchor point. Next, we'll group the 3 different heads together. This is important because we want the 3 heads to move in unison when we add the motion. And now we'll fine-tune the head sizes and their position. Now that the heads are resized and positioned correctly, we start to create the facial animations. This means the mouth opening and closing as well as the eye blinks. We start with the mouth closed, and then at this point, Since we need to pair the mouth open sequences with the meow, we bring in the sound file so we can match the mouth open with the length of the sound file. After every mouth open, there has to be a mouth close. We have one mouth close image and two mouth open images, so we lay them side by side in the order that works for the video, adjusting the open and close lengths as needed. Instead of bringing the images of the heads and sound in over and over, we simply duplicate the ones that are already on the timeline. During this section of the video, there is a lot of fine-tuning taking place, a lot of adjustments, and a lot of testing that happens. We like to scrub through the timeline manually quite often to make sure things are working correctly and that the timing is perfect. It's this attention to detail, as well as practice, that will elevate your Create Studio videos to the next level. As you become more and more comfortable with the interface, you will learn how the software works and be able to finally control the 3D characters' movements. You will also learn how features in Create Studio will need to be configured in order to give you the results that you are looking for. Watching animated movies or commercials and trying to reproduce what was done is a great way to learn. Once we have the first series of facial and sound pieces laid out, we duplicate everything to make a longer clip. In this case, here we are at approximately 16 seconds. We run through one final time to make sure everything is correct and make any final adjustments before heading back to the main timeline. Now that we are back on the main timeline, we adjust the length of all the layers as needed. Now it's time to animate the head motion. First, we need to adjust the location of the head group's anchor point to approximately the chin area. We click on the Motion tab, then the Loop, then on Rotation, and then the Swing checkbox. When you click on the Swing checkbox, a pop-up will open called Preset Settings. Here you will set the number of loops to 5, and for the rotations we left them at 20%. Now you can stretch out the swing for the length desired. When you click play, now the cat bobs his head back and forth while blinking and meowing. Now we will animate the tail the same way. We already moved the anchor point, so it's just a matter of clicking on Motion, Loop, Rotation, Swing, and set the loops to 3 and the rotation to 50%. Adjust the length of the tail animation as desired. We are making ours to about 95% of the total animation. Now you have both the head bobbing and the tail swinging. The head looks slightly off-center with the neck, so we'll adjust it. Because the head parts are grouped, it's easy to move and resize everything together. We retest and group the head, body, and tail. We want this animation to last for at least 30 seconds, so we duplicate the group and make sure they look correct when they go from one to the other. We delete the full image of the cat that we used to align all the parts. Now we'll add a background. We group the two cat groups and adjust the size and position of our cat to match the background. In this video, we have shown you the basics of how to animate the free cat in the JoJoMasu Assets folder. And once again, you can find the link in the description below. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and we'll be happy to answer them. The Create Studio Project folder will also be available for download. Here's a pro tip. If you right-click on the group containing just the cat without any background and save it to your scenes, you will be able to use it in any video where it's needed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you are alerted whenever we put out new videos.